Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're dealing with.
That's what we're doing! You're the best!
Don't you just love feeling normal watching these videos? Like, it makes you feel great about yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't wish to alarm the good people out there, but a mere week ago, my YouTube career, my channel, my livelihood, our livelihoods, the things that make us laugh, was nearly over, finished, gone for good, because a group of the most evil, vilest, feminists, can't even speak on that filthy, came for this channel. They wanted to take it down. They wanted it removed. They wanted it gone forever. And why? Because I made fun of them. I know. Ladies and gentlemen, it sends shivers down your spine. And why did they do all this? Why did they carry on like pork chops? Because they saw this video.
Period.
We're decency.
We don't discuss such topics in polite society.
What, seriously, period?
Stop!
Period.
It was called Hairy Feminist Demands You Love Periods. Now that is an inventive title if ever I've heard one. Every other person on YouTube's putting out there, I planted 2 billion trees, I spent $600,000, get me made a new pair of shoes, fucking clickbait. And what am I doing? I'm making fun of hairy feminists. No wonder the people love me. The video itself, it was fun. People had a good reaction to it, they were enjoying it, and they were commenting on it saying this is fucked, cringe. Holy shit, people like this exist, that's hilarious. And it was the exact same for me. When I was watching the videos to create that particular video, it was fun. I laughed, that's why I shared it with everyone. After I made it, I sat back. I then went to my cave, my man cave, well, it's not really a man cave, it's more of a lair. And then I went back to doing what I do best and extending the patriarchy, because apparently that's what I do, because I'm an evil piece of shit. But alas, after a few days, I received correspondence from the powers that be at YouTube saying that that video was now taken down due to copyright concerns. Ladies and gentlemen, it was all over. I received a copyright strike. Now, if you don't know what a copyright strike is, it basically means that if you get 3 of them, your channel gets removed, deleted, all this type of stuff. You lose certain abilities on there. Maybe you can't live stream. Maybe you can't put in your own thumbnails, all that type of shit. And eventually, it basically just means that your channel doesn't get seen by as many people. Now, I didn't want to get one of these things. I've had them in the past, and I used the exact same response I had then. Now, last time this happened, this was when I covered a story about Jordan Peterson and the wage gap, and I used some footage from Channel 9. Now, you may be saying, okay, well, you use someone else's footage. You're not allowed to do that. But you are. It's under the fair use law. Now, this basically means that you can use copywritten material if it is for the purpose of several different things, which in this case is humor, education, very educational old butts, man. Criticism, critique, all that type of shit. Now, you also have to transform the original material. You can't just re-upload it because that's stealing. Now, that's what I do with these videos. I showcase something, I talk about it, I transform it. All of these, that video from Channel 9 that they didn't like, the video about the hairy feminist, they only issued this copyright because they didn't like the content. They didn't like I was making fun of them. The demand for the removal of my channel and the video that actually was taken down came from these 2 birds.
Hi everyone. I'm Jess. And I'm Esther. Hi, I'm Jane Austen's biggest fan.
They're a part of some amateur theatre group or some shit. They're better known as Esha Longhurst and Jessica Messenger, but when they're not, having the shits with me, there's some group called Sense and Spontaneity, and they basically go out and just make complete fucking dicks of themselves on stage in front of single women and fat chicks and men who have the testosterone level of a small Ethiopian cat. And that's basically what they do. They just run around on stage just carrying on like fucking weird freaks.
Skills. My horse is so much taller than yours.
Okay, fuck that. Imagine being in that room with that absolute tripe going on. Now, I'd like to give you some more examples, but a lot of the stuff that they have on YouTube is actually songs. So if I play that in this video, then they're going to try and get that taken down again. But what I can do is I'll use the video, use royalty-free music chosen by me, and I will make my own lyrics. Let's listen. Dear Mr. Butterfield, dear Mr. Buttersman, Dear Mr. Buttspan, I'm taking your channel. You talked about feminism and we're all bitches, and rather than debating, you must be silent, etc., etc. Bitchin', moanin', whingin', shut the fuck up. Fucking carrying on like pork chops. This is the most hilarious part of this, is in a review of their show. It was a good review. They gave a great review. They were probably massive soy boys. But the review actually said that during the show, they decided to use Where Is the Love by the Black Eyed Peas and just randomly rap it. As if that's not copywritten material, you fucking hypocrites. Not to mention they upload like videos of this fucking chick reading Pride and the Prejudice. You fucking hypocrites.
Shall we continue? Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, Chapter 2.
But, ladies and gentlemen, as I lean on my chair, perhaps I'm wrong. Maybe these two ladies weren't the ones who were actually angry with the video. I didn't say too much about them because in the original video that I uploaded, the hairy feminist one with the great title and the great thumbnail, which is right here on the screen now, that's fantastic. The lady in question who I really made the video about was the lady who was singing and making a whole career about how cool periods are. And that lady is Lucy Peach. So, dear Lucy, you turd. You hairy, underarmed turd. Fuck you. Fuck you to the moon. This is a serious problem, YouTube. You need to address this. Just because this bitch doesn't like what I'm saying, she then comes on here and hits with a copyright strike, which affects the amount of views that my videos get and all that type of shit. It also affects you guys. You don't get to see the amazing content that I create. 4 videos a week. Fucking somebody stop me. You better subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the best work in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to know from you guys is what do you think about this whole situation? Is this a real problem that YouTube needs to deal with? And maybe give a little message to Juicy Peach or Hairy Fuzz or whatever her fucking name was, and Sense and Shittinity, whatever they were. Let them know in the comments what you think about them trying to have my channel removed, ladies and gentlemen. But in much more positive news, ladies and gentlemen, this week I was lucky enough to spend some time in Perth at a show, and it was the same venue that I went to last year when I did 100 people in Perth. And I said to the guy, I'm going to do this venue next year. He said, that won't happen. That won't happen for 4 years. Why? Because the room was full of 1,000 seats. He said, there's no way you'll fill that. Well, you good motherfuckers, not only did we fill it, but we fucking destroyed it.
Welcome to the stage, Isaac Butterfield!
Oh look, Isaac's pretty cool. He tells it how it is, and he hates fucking Clementine Ford and fucking vegans.
Well, he has a lot of offensive content, which not normal comedians do. You know, he's a bit different from the rest due to all this. He's fun, of course.
It's just really funny, and he's not afraid to step out of the boundaries. You know.
Yeah, I love how he's not afraid to like make a joke. And it ends up making everyone smile and laugh, and yeah.
Honestly, he tells it like it is. Like, you know, like I hate vegans, he hates vegans. He's very relatable.
Yeah, mine is that he's not afraid to be himself and tell it how it is.
Yeah.
He just says exactly what you're thinking. So like, even if it just like blows everyone out of the water.
Yeah, it's great. Look,
Absolutely great.
Yeah,
It's so
excellent.
funny.
You know,
Great.
open purse eyes
Brilliant.
up to Isaac Butterfield.
Can't just say one thing. Epstein didn't kill himself. But it was just so much. I can't pinpoint a favourite. It was all just top notch.
Again, it was really funny. The jokes were out there. They were different to a lot of the other comedians that they would make. He's not afraid to say stuff to make people laugh. Like, yeah.
It was amazing. It was so good. Literally couldn't stop laughing. It like started to hurt. It's good. I was tearing up.
But thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. I'm on tour at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you get your tickets linked below. Love yous. Leave you. Bye.